Hi and welcome. I'm Susan Patang and I'm from the Quiet Zone Coaching. If you're watching this video, chances are that you're either about to start a divorce or you're in the process of getting a divorce. Divorce is an emotional blender, and you know that. I don't have to tell you that. When we're married to someone, that is the most intense connection, attachment that we can have to another human being. And when they get broken, when those bonds are broken and the marriage starts to fall apart, what happens is we experience these super intense emotions and they cloud our judgment. They get in the way of us being able to function on a daily basis. So I wanted to give you in this video a tool that you can use to get through the day in one piece. And the tool is called Life Mantra. And there are many of them. And let me do the screen share so I can show you what they are and how we're going to use them to help you get through the day in one piece. So I love this piece of artwork, don't you? It's amazing. Okay, so first of all, why is this important? Okay, mantras are not about religion or spiritual beliefs. They're tools for learning. And we need to repeat things to ourselves over and over again to learn. Do you remember when you were a kid and you had to write your spelling words 10 times each to learn them? The reason we did that is because the repetition and the writing helped create neural pathways in our brain. Okay, they didn't know that back then, but they know it now. And it's very effective. So repetition is how we learn. Okay, what we're doing is we're sending a message to our subconscious. We're retraining it to think in a more positive way instead of falling back on old messages from our past that might be traumatic or negative or unhealthy. Okay, so have you ever listened to that little voice in your head? It's the one that tells you, yeah, you sure messed that up, or he really doesn't like you, or I'm never going to get this right. I suck at this. Okay, that little voice in your head, that's devil on your shoulder. That's your subconscious. Okay. And it's telling you what you really believe about yourself, about situations, about life, about other people. We can change that self-talk. We can flick off the devil on our shoulder and improve not only our outlook on life, but also build our self-confidence and create better relationships by creating positive life mantras. Okay, and I'm going to show you how. It's really easy, and we're going to get you through the tough days in one piece by teaching you how to use these life mantras. So I want you to notice that usually they are built on very small things, okay, not big honking things. They're little small accomplishments, okay, and they're almost always based on something real. This is why affirmations don't work, because that little devil on our shoulder, that little voice that tells us what our subconscious is feeling, it can sabotage you if you use an affirmation. So if you say, I'm really self-confident, I can go into this negotiation and I can ask for what I want, and your subconscious is going to laugh at you and go, you think so? And sabotage you. When you are basing your life mantras on real accomplishments and real things that happened, that little devil on your shoulder, it can't argue with you. So let's get started, and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so the first one good thing about right now is, or something good about right now is, and this mantra is great for teaching our subconscious two things: how to be mindful and how to be grateful. Maybe the good thing about this moment is that the socks you're wearing are really comfortable. Maybe it's that you actually have a minute to relax. Or it could be that you've just barely managed to survive a really horrible day, okay? But there is always something about every moment that is good. It might only be that you managed to survive it, but there is always one good thing about each moment. Find it and focus on that. And you're teaching your brain to be more positive, to be grateful, and to stay in this moment right now, because the past is gone. and the future's not here yet. You can't change either of those. You have to be right here, because we spend 100% of our lives in right now, don't we? Think about that. The second life mantra is, I'm a badass because. I love this one. This one is awesome for building self-confidence and building self-esteem. So you might be amazing because you remembered to stop for toilet paper on the way home, or maybe you're amazing because you got the kids off on the bus on time, okay? Or maybe you were amazing because you made yourself a healthy lunch, or maybe it's because you did a good job on a report for your boss, or something small. Notice that these are all small, little, everyday things. Make sure you focus on those small, everyday things. I'm a badass because, okay? And the next one, this one has two parts. So the first one is, I'm allowed to do this. And this is the one that you're going to use when you are practicing self-care. Okay. And don't laugh at me and tell me that you don't have time to do that, because you're going to make the time. If it's 10 minutes a day to read, or just to sit in a room with your eyes shut, you know that deal. That's what you're going to do. Okay. And you're going to tell yourself, I'm allowed to do this. Remember times in the past when you did take care of yourself and how good it felt. And draw a line, a mental line back to that. I'm allowed to do this because, okay, I've done it before and I know it's the best thing for me to do. Remember that you can't pour water from an empty jug, and you can't help somebody else with their oxygen mask unless you have yours on first. So make sure you do some self-care. The second part of this mantra is, I'm allowed to feel this. And that's really good when those overwhelming emotions that we talked about in the beginning kick in, and you are feeling just intensely angry and irritable or vindictive, or you're feeling like you're despairing and nothing is ever going to be the same again, and you're really super sad. Okay, you're allowed to feel this way. You just had everything that you know tossed into a Yahtzee cup, shaken up and chucked up in the air. So you're allowed to feel this way. It's not the feeling that can cause trouble for us. It's what we do with the feeling. Okay. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give you a resource to manage those feelings, because you can't push them down or stuff them down and ignore them or pretend they're not there. You have to deal with them. And there are ways that you can manage them and still get through your day, kind of put them on the back burner. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give you a link to that article, so that it's a blog post, and I'll give that to you for free. It's a first aid kit. Okay, so the next life mantra is, something I learned from this is, there are going to be times when life stinks. Okay, it's going to be hard for you to find something good about the moment. Okay, the thing that's good about the moment is that you managed to survive and get through it sort of in one piece. During those horrible, horrible moments when the emotions are roiling and just it's all hitting the fan, I want you to pull out this life mantra. Something I learned from this is what? So what you're doing is you are teaching your subconscious to take those negatives and turn them into positives, so that you don't get bogged down by them. You can't move forward and do all the stuff you got to do if you are being dragged down by negativity and pain. So what is something that you learned from this situation? Okay. Maybe it's just that you survived. Okay. But you learned a lesson. You learned that I'll never do that again. Okay. I know not to do that again. I know that when I'm driving to the lawyer's office, I have to make sure that I take these roads and not those roads. Before I go into a negotiation with my ex, I have to make sure that I have all my notes prepared, so that I don't go hamina like I do all the time. So something that you learned from it. What's a lesson that you learned, something you can take forward, something that you can use in the future to make your life easier? Okay. And this one is kind of like the granddaddy of all of them. Okay. The energy that I want to send into the universe today is what? what do you want to send into the universe today? And this isn't woo-woo stuff, okay? This is science, because what you send out there, other people pick up subliminally, and they're going to get the message that you are, angry, irritated, feeling despair, you feel crushed, or whatever it is that you're feeling at the moment. You're sending it out there. We show others through micro expressions, body language, attitude, the way we carry ourselves, the way we move, all these things tell other people how we're feeling, and we don't realize that we're doing it, and they don't realize that they're receiving it. So do you want to be the person who is the negative Nancy in the room? Do you want to send out these negative, horrible, angry, irrational vibes? Do you want to tell everybody in the room how crushed you are so that all the bullies and psychic vampires will make a beeline for you? No, you don't want to do that. What's the energy that you want to send into the universe today? I want to send out energy that says that I'm calm and I'm collected, that I know how to handle myself. I can handle any problem with grace, because you have. And here's where looking back into the past comes in. I can handle anything because, because you've done it before, okay? You have lived through all these things. So that is the energy that you want to send out into the universe. I can handle this because I have already, okay? Here is the last life mantra. How do you want to feel at the end of the day? So at the end of the day, do you want to feel guilty that you went, oh God, I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I freaked out at the mediator. I can't believe I said that to my boss. Oh my God, I'm so lucky I still have a job. Do you want to feel like that? Or do you want to feel like, hey, good for me, round of applause, pat on the back. I'm a badass because I made it through this day in one piece and I took the high road. There you go. That's how you want to feel at the end of the day, isn't it? So these are only a few of the tools that you can use to get through the day in one piece, okay? So I'm going to give you, here is a link to more life mantras. It's my blog post that has a bunch more of them on there. So it's www.thequietzonecoaching.com/mantra. Go there, check that out. And then there's another one, and I promised you I would give you this. This blog post gives you a first aid kit, okay, to get control of your emotions so that you can get through the day in one piece, okay? And this is what you're going to use when, oh my gosh, I've got to go to work. Oh my gosh, I have to deal with the kids and take them all over the place or feed them dinner or whatever it might be. You've got all this stuff that you've got to take care of, and you feel like you want to reach out and strangle someone. I know that feeling. I've been there, done that, and seen the movie. So I can empathize with you. You need this tool. www.thequietzonecoaching.com/anger. And of course, if you just want to learn more about me and the Quiet Zone and how it works and what I can offer to you so that you can start waking up happy in the morning again, go to thequietzonecoaching.com and you can read all about me and my programs and how I do things. And I hope to see you on the other side of this. Namaste. Have a wonderful, awesome, amazing day. You can do this. If you want to, reach out and talk to me. See you soon.